The sun had long dipped below the horizon, casting the world in shadows. The biting chill of the night began to settle over the vast plains, creeping into every crack and crevice of the rugged landscape. A small group of Homo erectus, their skin cloaked in the worn furs of the hunt, huddled together around a crackling fire. The night, their most fearsome enemy, was upon them. As the flames flickered, they cast brief, trembling light across the group's faces. Each figure, hardened by the elements, instinctively drew closer, their eyes flicking nervously toward the distant hills. The air was thick with the scent of burnt wood and the bitter sting of cold. But the tribe knew that they must endure. There had been no warning of the frigid weather. The shift had come suddenly, leaving no time to prepare. They had been hunting all day, and now with the night descending rapidly upon them, they had to rely on the most primal instincts they possessed. The tribe's leader, a burly figure known for his strength, broke the silence with a sharp gesture. His hands, rough from years of toil, motioned to the fire. It was the only thing standing between them and the night's crushing cold. His gaze was intense, but it held no words, only the promise of survival. The children, bundled in furs, huddled close to their mothers, clutching tightly to their warmth. The elders, their faces weathered by time and hardship, sat quietly in the background, watching the younger members of the tribe with somber eyes. They understood that these nights were not just a test of the body, but of the spirit. It was in moments like these that the tribe's unity was its greatest strength. In the distance, a faint howl echoed through the cold. It was the unmistakable cry of a wolf, a predator who had learned to hunt under the same conditions. The sound made the hairs on the back of the leader's neck stand up. His heart beat faster, but it was not fear that gripped him. It was the awareness that they too must adapt. They must learn to fight against the night to overcome its cold and its predators. The fire crackled again, and one of the hunters, a slender, sharp-eyed individual, silently began to gather more wood. The tribe had been lucky to find this small patch of dry ground, sheltered by a few large rocks. But even this shelter was no match for the freezing winds that howled through the plains. With no time to waste, the hunter turned his gaze toward the others, signaling for them to keep the fire alive at all costs. The fire, their greatest ally, was their last hope against the crushing cold that could freeze them solid before the sun rose again. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, moving quickly, too quickly, to be a mere shadow. The leader's heart skipped a beat. His instincts, honed from years of surviving the harshest elements, screamed that something was wrong. It was not the wind. It was something alive, something lurking just beyond the range of their firelight. The group tensed. The silence grew heavier. It was not the wind that chilled them now. The first sign of the predator came from the shadows, a low, guttural growl, followed by the heavy thud of paws hitting the ground. It was large, a creature that would not hesitate to attack. The tribe's survival now depended on how they reacted to the threat. But as the group readied themselves, their primal instincts honed by years of survival, one thing became clear: this was not just about the cold. It was about the will to fight, to endure. The creature's growl echoed once again, a sharp reminder that nature, as merciless as the night itself, would not relent. The tribe's leader, now fully alert, signaled for the others to remain silent. His eyes scanned the edges of the firelight, where the darkness threatened to swallow everything in its path. He could hear the creature moving its heavy footfalls, unsettling the earth beneath them. It was close, too close. The leader's heart pounded in his chest as he quickly motioned for the younger hunters to gather the weapons, crude stone-tipped spears and sharp-edged rocks that had been crafted from the bones of their prey. They were primitive, yes, but in the right hands, they could still be deadly. A young woman, her face hardened by the struggle for survival, swiftly approached with a spear in hand. Her eyes met the leader's, her breath quick and shallow, but there was no fear in her gaze, only resolve. She had seen the horrors of the wilderness before, and she knew that now was the time to fight. The howling wind swept through the plains again, threatening to extinguish the fire. The shadows deepened, and the creature moved closer. From the corner of his eye, the leader saw a pair of glowing eyes appear just beyond the fire's reach. The creature was large, its thick fur matted with the dirt of the earth, its tusks gleaming in the pale light. It was a wild boar, much larger than any the tribe had faced before. With a primal roar, the leader signaled for the tribe to move. They would not run. They would not hide. This was their land, their fire, and they would protect it with everything they had. The group spread out quickly, forming a tight perimeter around the fire. The young hunters stood ready, gripping their spears, while the mothers and elders moved towards the center, protecting the children. The boar's growl intensified as it charged forward. In that moment, everything seemed to slow down. The leader's breath came in sharp gasps as he steadied his spear, taking aim. The night was still, save for the pounding of his heart and the harsh screech of the wind. Just as the creature lunged forward, the leader struck his spear, plunging deep into the boar's side. The force of the blow sent the creature stumbling, but it didn't fall. Instead, it let out a guttural roar and turned on the group, thrashing violently. The tribe's unity was tested now more than ever. The women, their faces etched with determination, grabbed sharp rocks and hurled them with unflinching precision, striking the boar and forcing it back. The children huddled close, eyes wide with fear. But they knew this fight was not just for survival. It was for the future of their people. The boar, wounded but not defeated, reared back and charged again. But the tribe was ready. The leader, now bloodied but resolute, stepped forward, spear raised high. He moved with a precision honed by years of facing the elements. As the boar lunged at him, the leader thrust his weapon forward with all the strength he could muster. The spear struck the boar's heart, and with a final desperate squeal, the creature collapsed to the ground, its life extinguished. The tribe stood in silence, panting from the exertion. The wind howled, but the fire burned brighter now, its warmth filling the air, as the last remnants of darkness began to retreat. But the victory came at a cost. The leader looked around at his people, their faces streaked with sweat and blood. The young hunters, though victorious, were exhausted. The children clung to their mothers, their eyes filled with a mix of fear and awe. The elders remained stoic, their expressions unreadable, but knowing that this battle, this victory, was a fleeting moment in the ongoing struggle for survival. And then, as if to remind them that nature would never truly be tamed, the wind picked up once more. A deep, mournful howl echoed across the plains. The night was far from over. But the tribe, battered but unbroken, gathered around the fire. They would sleep, but not for long. The freezing nights were a constant, and they would have to fight again. Tomorrow, the hunt would begin once more. But tonight, they were alive. They had faced the night, the cold, and the predators, and they had won. The leader stood tall, his eyes meeting the horizon. There was no victory in the traditional sense, only survival. But it was enough. For now, it was enough. The tribe, having faced the freezing night and a dangerous predator, survived through unity and determination. The leader with his tribe defended their fire and their lives against a monstrous wild boar. Though they were victorious, the harsh conditions of the wilderness and the constant threat of nature's cold and beasts remained. Exhausted but resolute, the tribe huddled together knowing that survival was their only victory. With the fire burning brightly, they found solace in their unity, preparing for the struggles yet to come. Survival for them was more than just living. It was an ongoing battle against the elements and the creatures that roamed the land.